Still alive, I see. Something tells me that eyesore on the horizon is your doing. How'd you manage that?
It's a long story. One that I'd rather only tell once.
Right. All hands on deck, then.
Is this everyone? As I'm sure you've all guessed, the crystal which now commands the eastern skies was summoned by Ultima. He called it Origin. Though the significance of that name is as yet unclear.
What does it matter what it's called? Its emergence tore Twinside asunder, and wiped my homeland from the map.
Mention of the Dominion spires can be found in the oldest of Valisthian records. But to the best of my knowledge, none provide any hint as to their true nature. That they would prove the horns of some slumbering demon. Well...
The Dominion's demise was at least quick. Elsewhere, the Republican army cannot hope to contain the chaos engulfing Randalar. Canva is in flames, and the Empire.
Our allies are crying out for answers. I've sent the Cursebreakers to give them what assurances we can, but right now that amounts to fuck all.
They wouldn't be able to stop what the skies have started in any case. People here and across the realm grow sicker with every passing day.
Could it be that this new Mother Crystal is like the others? That it draws upon the land's ether? It certainly looked that way from stone here.
If that were true, it would explain the hastening spread of the Blight since the crystal's appearance. Would it not?
And as the land's ether slowly rises to the surface, it pools, corrupting all who cannot channel its energies. Archay above, ether floods below, and in the middle, here we languish, hopelessly entrapped.
It's all right. When we faced him at Stone here, Ultima told us his true power quickens in the halls of Origin. Needless to say, we cannot allow that to continue. If we are to stop him, we will have to find a way into the crystal.
How are we going to manage that then? It's up in the sky. And fast as she is, the Enterprise can't fly.
It's a lot to take in, and I reckon we'd all benefit from some time to clear our heads. The answer will come to us. Don't you worry. Ain't that right, Clive?
Right. That's right.
Well, go on then. Bugger off. Same goes for you, Clive. You won't solve anything like this. Trust me. Go and get some fresh air, eh?
Thank you. Joshua seemed upset. Ultima may have created us, but he doesn't make us who we are. Only we can do that. And if he would have us fight for our survival, so be it. It's what we've been doing all along.
Much like Ultima himself, it would seem. His new world being naught but a means to survive. And so, we must contend to decide which of us shall inherit the land. Should Ultima prevail, it will mean death for us all. Of that, we can be certain. But even should he fail, what world awaits us? A withered, godless place, where our newfound freedom will most like prove a chain in itself.
Well, that may be. But a chain can always be broken. As long as one has the will to break it. It won't be easy. It may take generations. Centuries of suffering. And that is, if everyone plays their part. But it will happen. And when it does, it will be on our terms. That is the world that awaits us.
Indeed. And what better world could one wish for?
But first, we have to reach that crystal.
Then it's a good thing I have wings.
You can barely stand, let alone fly. And only the Founder knows what horrors await in those skies. You certain about this?
Am I certain? I am the Phoenix. I will do what I must. This is our fight. Remember.
All right. I yield. But only what you must, yes? I am still your sworn shield.
That you are.
And what of my wings? Lest you forget, you go to stand against a god. I would not have you succumb to fatigue before the fight begins. Ifrit, your brother mentioned that some few of the dominants who had lost their power to you were still able to prime. Is that true?
It is. But their icons no longer submitted to their will.
Then mine will have to be stronger. That you both might save your strength for the battle to come.
You don't have to do this.
If you do, there's a chance you might lose all you have left.
And what have I but regret? My life ended in the Dominion. I fear death no more. Besides, I would have words with Ultima. He has much to answer for.
We are in your debt, Dion.
We can speak of debts when this is over.
He speaks like a man who knows he's not coming back. And has come to terms with that.
That doesn't mean that we have to, does it?
Time to talk to Jill. I only hope she understands.
Come to wish on a star.
That might not be such a bad idea. This is it, Jill. You know what I have to do. Why I have to do it. There's no turning back now. This is where our journey was leading us. Where it will end, for better or worse.
I could pray to Metia for you. But you'll be all right, won't you, Clive? You always are.
I did promise we'd watch the moon together.
I'll be waiting.
It's almost time. Better make sure I haven't forgotten anything.
Ah, Clive.
Joshua, what's wrong?
I've received word from Cyril. The Undying have found Father's will.
His will?
In the crypt, beneath Ros, after Kupka was kind enough to drive out the Imperials. And in the process of doing so...
I'm surprised anything.
Cyril asked that I join him in Tabor at my convenience.
Of course. I want to know what's in that letter.
Very well.
Sid, do you have a moment?
By all means.
It's my old master. Seems there's no escaping her. She found some way to send me a letter, and something else. Records from a Waluda prison. Seems they were keeping a lot of bearers there.
How did she come by such a thing?
Finding bearers always was her strong, and it seems the cells of Balmung Dark are full of them. Foreign captives. And even better for her.
Leaving the bearers to be liberated by whoever happens.
Sid, I'd like to believe, and while I'm well aware that you've forbidden, I can't let those bearers die in their cells.
We'll be needing the Enterprise if we're going to navigate the Narrow.
Does that mean...
I'm making an exception. But we stay no longer than we have to. Ash is an inhospitable place at the best of times.
Thank you, Chadwick. Thought...
He must be...
He was.
Then we...
The entrance... We should head...
Let's do it.
Sid, I was as big and so you're happy to oversee the boys' testing?
One can never...
Truer words. I'll let... No, it's...
Northreach. I don't suppose they could have chosen somewhere closer.
About it.
Clive! Rutherford informs me that we owe you our thanks.
I would have done this...
Your father...
From what...
But I was rather hoping the great... Alas, it seems that we must move.
But where do we start?
True. The challenges that face us are... The realms are, as you've seen firsthand, certain cities have banded... And yet, in short, the arms... But
I thought he was retired.
He was. Until and as...
Of course.
And he have... I extolled...
Of course, as long... And would you...
Of course.
Next.
No.
something to...
What do you think happened?
Sid!
With what?
No. Well, yes.
It's Miss Middledore. She's been very strange.
When she is, she...
In the
Well, she... Then it's...
But...
Why don't I go and see if I can cheer her?
You...
Thank... Mid.
That's it! I knew it! The answer was, if this doesn't steer to the skies, nothing...
To the sky? You aren't trying to give the Enterprise wings.
What else would I be doing?
The children seem to think you're avoiding them. Is this...
The Enterprise is already the fastest ship in the realm. But what if she weren't bound to the waves? What if she weren't bound... It's not fair! The gods get the skies all to themselves, so the Fallen had their chance. But they rely... But not me. I've discovered how... Well, almost.
And is that a one-woman job?
Are you volunteering? I'll have you know the Enterprise is my baby. But if a godfather's offering to lend a hand, first I'll need oil, and not just some old drippings from Miss Molly's spits in the Tub and Crown. Then I'll need some bone, or...
If it's beast bones you're after, I'm sure the curse breakers would...
No, they'll know where you might find some.
I should speak with one of the curse breakers before I set off for Old Hill. See if I can't find this bone while I'm there as well.
Has Middledore mentioned a new project yet? Miss Shirley says your books made quite an impression on the children. You've inspired them all to become writers themselves.
I will not let them be forgotten. Sid.
Of course.
It is an honor to find... My name is Herman. I wish to be deployed.
No. I will not send good men. Why would you want to go?
I need to retrieve some. I was raised, or rather, it was not. We were taught, and
I can't.
the...
You were at the institute. You can start by telling me what.
The degree.
All right.
May the mothers.
So, there's a new mother.
Why the hell would Victor take the bearers?
Here to help me? Thanks, but I'll be traveling.
You're really going to go?
I am. But before I...
If it's within my power to help.
It's the children. And if I leave them here, they surely will. Our friendship would see them ostracized for... I can think of only one place where they are certain to be safe.
Of course. The children would be more than welcome.
Thank you, Clive.
Lubor,
What is it, Ferda?
There's been a flood in the Velcroy. A damn big one. The League of Outlaws encampment was completely submerged in...
What?
Every last one of the bastards has turned.
Bandits are one thing, but Akashic bandits are quite another. We need to evacuate. Ferda, gather the men. The Akashic may strike at any moment. We must make... Well?
Yes, my lord.
Clive, the children stay with me for now. I need you to find Conrad and Natalie. Tell them to prepare for a full and immediate...
Understood.
I'll do what I can to convince...
What's an Akashic?
You have to listen to me.
Lubor
They're
told me
coming.
about people.
You need to evacuate. Know your place, bearer.
You lied about being one of us?
Why do they always have to make such a fuss outside? It's driving away.
What do you want?
To pass on an important message. There's been an ether flood. The camp with the so-called League of Outlaws, they're no longer just bandits. You need to begin preparing for a full...
Oh, do we? And who was it who...
Lubor, you may believe his lie.
But why would he lie about
Some twisted attempt. If he had not been unmarked, a great honor. One he might...
Lord Under, Lubor...
You may not trust me. If there is any chance that this is...
There isn't. You can be certain of that. Now be off with you.
You're making a mistake.
Come, Clive. If our words will not move them, then we must find another way to help save the town.
You're right. Let's speak to Lord Ferda.
Know your place, bearer.
I think we'd better shut up.
What's Lubor raving about now?
Lord Ferda.
Cid, what's wrong?
I went to warn Conrad and Natalie about the... They've convinced themselves that nothing Lubor says can be trusted. A bloody fool. Which means the town guard can't be counted on for support. But I can. If there's anything I can do to help, you only have to ask.
I appreciate it.
Cid! Ferda! I've been looking for you everywhere.
Victor? I thought you'd left.
I couldn't abandon a friend and Lubor is in need at this very moment. Come quickly.
You have to believe me! The Akashic are coming! They don't eat, they don't sleep, they don't tire, and they don't care who they kill.
They're unlike anything that's come before. There will be no parley, no mercy granted! We may have saved the town once, but this is different. I do not ask that you forgive me, but please believe me. If you do not run, you will die. You will all fucking die!
You'd like that, wouldn't you, bearer?
Yeah, with us out of the way, your kind will be free to claim Dalamil for yourselves.
You should run!
Run, bearer!
Yeah, run!
Run!
Far, far away!
Run!
Just go, bearer!
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes! Go!
Come on, then.
Go on! Go!
Just go. Just go.
Lubor, wait. Someone's coming.
Go. Come on.
Stop! You're hurting him! What did Lubor ever do to you? He solves all your stupid problems and he keeps all of you safe. You know there's nothing he wouldn't do for this town. Who was it who made that cleaver you use every day, Conrad?
And what about your counting table, Natalie? Who fixed that?
Whose men make sure the streets are clean so all your boots don't get dirty?
Who spends all day, every day making sure things run smoothly round here? And none of you ever say thank you. Ever.
But did Lubor ever complain? Well, does he ever stop smiling?
He keeps this whole place going. And you act like it doesn't even exist!
Lubor, we've heard enough.
Wait!
We will not run. The town guard will not abandon the very place it is sworn to protect.
And I will not give up for lost the stores that we labored so hard to fill.
So tell us, how do you propose we deal with these Akashic of yours?
We won't run, but we will fight.
All right, then. Fine. Gather round if you don't want to die.
Allow me to explain. The ether flood occurred near the village of The place had been abandoned for years, until the League of Outlaws decided now they're all turned, and if the scouts' reports are correct...
They are mindless monsters. Driven with the bandits, we at least knew how when these creatures come. Dalamir. The town guard will muster at the north gate. Both forces will provide men to serve as scouts, and as soon as it has, Conrad.
Always.
I leave this and the command of our men in yours, Ferd.
Consider it done.
As you...
Natalie, I would ask that you and your people have the town and tell the merchant not to waste time securing any... As long as we survive, it doesn't matter. Our riches can be regained. And if anyone doubts that, let it be known that the Briar's kid...
Very well.
Where do I fit into?
Where else but the most I would like you to travel to the home of our erstwhile League of main host is most likely still there. And Dalimil will not be safe until it is eradicated.
A little gardening.
I doubt it.
Luckily so.
So you are. All right then. Now it's simply a matter of...
Looks like everyone's ready. I better...
There it is. The flood.
But what's waiting for us inside?
Caution, brother.
Over here! Let darkness fall!
Can't leave a single one alive.
Down, Torgal! Yours, Torgal. Down, Torgal.
Bet you're all ready.
Down, Torgal. All yours, Torgal.
Let's try. The League is disbanded. I should get back to Dalimil and see how the others fared.
All the Akashic we were able to find, seems that might be the last of them.
Last of them here, perhaps.
Lubo, sit.
Clive!
It's done. Root and branch.
I knew you wouldn't let me...
Thank you, my lord.
Friends, the Horde has been driven back. And we need not fear the arrival of any more. Victory is...
We bloody did it!
We saved
Lubor, after all you have done for this town, we should never have doubted you.
But we did. And for that we only hope that you can...
We need you, Lubor. So, if...
You do remember that I'm a bearer, don't...
We do. But that is not a stain on your character. It is a stain on ours. We thought only of what we perceived bearers to be, not what you truly are.
I see. But I will only accept your proposal on...
Name them.
Firstly, that you will both do everything in your power to rally. If the Town Guard and the Merchants League do not accept my leadership, it will be doomed from the... Unity is the key to defending when that time...
Of course.
And... You will accept that if I am to... The mistreatment of bearers must... Any bearer within our walls shall be afforded the same... They will not be judged by...
As we failed to do...
Wig.
Condition accept... Well then, it seems my mayorship is... How fickle fate can be. Not so long ago, I had resigned myself to leaving Dalamil in disgrace. And now, I find myself her leader. Here. For everything.
Lubor. About the children.
Fear not. You are, of course, relieved of your responsibility. I would sooner face another horde of Akashic than see them brought up as outlaws. I'll make sure they're safe here.
I don't doubt that you will. And not just the children, but everyone in Dalamel.
I'll do my best. Can't have all your hard work going to waste.
Your Grace?
Cyril.
Yes. If you would do us the honor, my lord.
An inheritor.
It would seem the late Archduke penned this missive
the day before we left for Fleet.
What are these plans he spoke?
His plans for the duchy, Your Grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor. The complete emancipation of bearers is... But your father's dream did not end there. His Grace also spoke with the blight spreading ever more widely.
He wished to see men and bearers treated as small wonder.
But he thought it nor would he. Those who would...
It's a pity only...
But one.
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better that she, after all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor, extended only to recovering His Grace's will.
And where is this woman?
She awaits you in the archive, Your Grace.
Thank you, Cyril. Shall we then?
Lord Marquis?
What is it?
One of our brethren lately journeyed across the strait. In order he sent an owl some while ago.
Was he surveying?
No. The object of his study was a savior cult, an ancient religion that worshipped by gaining an understanding of this new...
And so you sent one of your brothers to Ash?
Fully I entrusted, though, yet, for as...
But Ash is a big place.
Perhaps. The last hour, Mickleberg was... It lies, if...
Right.
You are. Go then.
If this new faith really is an offshoot of the Circle of Malleus, then...
Let's concentrate on finding the third chair first, shall we?
My lord, your grace. I hardly recognize you. I am Goditha, retainer of House Rosfield, loyal servant to the Phoenix and his shields. Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted me with the delivery of a gift. I only hope you can forgive my tardiness in bringing it to you.
Lift up your head, Lady Goditha. You have our gratitude for your service to our house and to our father.
I merely did my duty, as any proud Rosarian would.
My lady, perhaps you could explain a little more? What exactly is the gift you bring?
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented with certain keepsakes upon their coming of age.
Indeed it has. Our father often spoke of the day when our turn would come.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Matching armbands for you both. Alas, he did not live. Indeed, he was taken from us even before they could be completed. He had intended to claim the Heartstone with which each armband was to be finished himself, but it was not to be. And his gifts remain incomplete.
I see.
It saddens me to bring them before you, as they are. It was your father's wish that you be presented with the finished articles, not these works in progress. But with his grace long since gone, and the stone left unclaimed, I had little choice. You are grown men now, and his house is yours. And while I would not presume to insist upon your claiming the Heartstone in his stead, I know that nothing would have pleased him more than for you to do so.
Thank you, Lady Goditha.
What say you, Clive?
What else? Of course, my lady. May our father's will be done.
Oh, I am much obliged.
Do you know where we might find this Heartstone, my lady?
I do. Though it may be a matter of a good deal more than simply happening upon it. It is found in the bellies of elder griffins, you see. We do at least know where to find one. A certain specimen has made its nest in Titan's Wake, not far from here.
A certain specimen?
You are most perceptive, Your Grace. In answer to your unspoken question, yes. In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. I have been tracking its movements since you were but a boy. Were you to slay it in his stead, as men of House Rosfield, it would surely make your father proud.
What?
Titan's Wake is to the south of here. But we must not be hasty. The good lady has been disappointed once already.
Welcome, welcome. A fine choice.
Eyes peeled, Joshua.
Caution. There it is.
For House Rossfield. All yours, Torgal. Go for it! Nice try. This one. Nice try. Is this the Heartstone?
I expect Lady Godotha will know.
Do you see that too?
Papa?
What is it? Please.
Just make it stop.
I'm scared.
It's all right.
Run like the wind. Time to fight. All right. Can't be Rutherford, can it?
Turncoats and cowards, the lot of you! If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you shall have!
Allow me.
I don't need your...
Please, Field Marshal, oblige him.
This won't take long.
You're right. It won't. Men, finish him.
Let darkness fall! All yours, Torgal!
A little longer than I'd have liked. Field Marshal Havel, I presume. Are either of you injured?
No, my lord. You arrived just as our escort turned on us.
Fucking traitors. I'd heard reports of soldiers in the outlying regions abandoning the oaths they swore. But I hadn't thought the corruption had reached so close to the heart of the Republic. It's a fucking disgrace. Your interfering old bastard of an uncle tried to warn me, of course. My lord Marquis. Or is Sid the Outlaw more to your liking?
Call me what you want. It doesn't change who I am. Or the urgency of the message I bring. My uncle has a plan to right the realm, and he needs your help to see it through.
Before I agree to anything, I'd have you answer one question. What do you stand to gain from all this?
I won't deny that I might benefit from further, but I seek a new beginning for all. And while the choices I've made, I know for so long when it should, but in order to...
Certainly not the words I expected from an... You are, and I'll never hear the end of this. All right. I'll start by ordering my most trusted guard to bring the Dalmekian fringes under control. Next, I'll make contact with my counterparts in the Imperial Army and see...
Thank you, Field Marshal.
But they are not the only one.
What do you mean?
I don't doubt that I can bully some sense into a few generals. But those they answer to require a different kind of persuasion. We will need an envoy. One who can court even the most stubborn of statesmen.
I'm flattered. And I have other problems to attend to. What we need is a skilled arbitrator.
Is that so? And would he happen to be an outlaw?
Of a different kind, perhaps.
Beggars can't be. I suppose we'll all have to find a little of the outlaw in us.
I shall.
My lord, your lord uncle...
And I will see that my associate...
Very good.
I can barely convince my brother to take his medicine. Someone like Quentin.
Thank the Griffin is...
And the Heartstone.
Yes. This radiant luster. Thank you, your father would...
Lady Goddard.
Thank you, Cyril. If you would excuse me, I shall have... The armbands are free. Heartstone is... And the graven vine...
It's a mess. Enemies who would thwart his vision. And don't...
Indeed, but this, it was a...
Thank you for...
Forget there is something beyond even so.
Because of the In the days before the disaster, I tried to warn you. When word of the fire reached... Yet my due... And so my... Ian...
Lady, as do I.
Thank you for...
The bands suit you well. It must be gratifying to finally receive.
It is. And we thank you for the part you...
If you let him see that you...
I think I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks.
Your father's helm is ensured since the day I prithee claim, and I do not doubt that your father...
Thank you. Come on, Clive. Unwavering will and an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
To save the world? Of course. To have overcome Father's political enemies? Of that I'm less certain. Especially knowing what we know now. What Mother was truly capable of. But perhaps these bands would have helped. Knowing he was with us would have made all the difference.
It's just back there. Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. And I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
We won't lay you down.
Onward, then?
Onward. To the end.
And to a new...
Quentin.
Do you now? Something tells me you'll be asking more of me than... Go on, then. You'd have me convince the chiefs and chamberlains of the realm that they should... and do the one thing that has proved impossible for thousands of years. Was there anything else?
I know it's a lot to ask.
And you'd have me give up what little I have left to do it. The people of Lostwing are my family. You'll have to find someone else.
I'm sorry to hear.
And why might that be?
What he's asking. How's it any different to what you've done so far? They want you to speak for those who can't speak for themselves. If it's the vineyard, we'll see that the grapes are picked and the tons filled. You know we will.
It's not that.
Then what is it? You said yourself we're family.
You know that's not what I...
Then what are... Only why turn your back on everyone else? You convinced us we could build new lives. Who's to say you couldn't convince the...
Hey, stir. I fear that any rejoinder I make might...
So you'll join her? Field Marshal Havel will want to speak with you in person. I can arrange for a party of Cursebreakers to accompany you.
That would be very much appreciated. I hear the roads are far from safe.
My uncle will want to know that his plan is taking shape. Nazaire might at least have mentioned where in Northreach he'd be testing this recruit.
Oh, no.
Well met, Sid. This is the initiate.
At your service, Smart.
Please.
Oh, Gav. It was it. No, it's enough.
Not far from here is an Imperial lookout, Eastwatch. The guards there record all this and bring it here.
And bring it here, right?
No. Sneaking into a heavily guarded Imperial, you'll need to assess the situation, all without being discovered.
Ember, Gav isn't our best scout because he can do it.
Know my limits. I won't let you...
On my way. All right, Ember. Impress me. Come on. Faster! These are clean kills. Perhaps young Ember really is ready. Or maybe not. Damn it. Ember, draw your sword!
I can't!
Then run! If you want him, you'll have to go through me. Kill! This one. All yours,
on. Let's go.
I didn't expect you back so soon. Where is Ember?
I thought I'd find... He must have fled. He was just standing there. Didn't even draw his sword. He was nowhere to be seen. I assumed he'd...
I knew the boy had a nervous streak, but...
The right man for the job? I believe this is the logbook you tasked me with retrieving.
Eh? How did you... Don't you tell me you breached the tower while Sid was busy saving your skin.
What? Wasn't that what you asked me to do? To bring the thing back without getting caught?
He has you there, Nazaire. And he did it all on his own.
But Sid!
He did what he thought was best. And now I have to decide whether I agree.
Of course. Well, don't you leave my...
Yes, sir.
This won't be an easy decision.
Welcome. I do like a customer who knows what he wants.
The garrison is threatening to pull their sentries from the markets if we don't...
I would speak with this Duke.
Saw the captain just now.
Your town needs you.
Do you have a moment?
What is it?
It's the Duke, unsurprisingly. His Eminence has assumed full control of the garrison and put every able-bodied man to work on the fortifications. The town was left all but unguarded, so Philippe was compelled to form a citizens' watch to fill them. And though my dear boys have been characteristically willing to assist him in this, they want for bodies. So I was wondering if you would lend them your strength, that the people of Northreach might sleep.
Of course.
Thank you, Clive. What would I do without? Philippe told me he had men stationed at...
Where can I find the mistress of this establishment?
Here, my lady. To whom do I have the
My name is Sabine, and it is my displeasure to be the daughter of the Duke of Oriflamme, who I understand is causing you and your town no small... I wish to speak to you about what might be done.
Very well. I trust you'll forgive me, Clive.
Absolutely.
Please.
As you know, my father is a most overbearing and supercilious man, and I join you. Indeed, I owe you my thanks for continuing to argue against his Yet I fear he is not... He must be made to face the...
And who would make him do?
I would. Myself and several other... Were you to join us, we would surely have...
Does that not seem a trifle?
Drastic action is... My father would have it, but he is wrong. Scornful of the opinions of... But we...
Fight him. Respectfully, my lady. Our only chance of... While I understand your frustration...
False hope. But I see that your mind is made up. If you will extend me... I bid you good day.
She certainly...
Indeed. But which may be enough to seal the fate of this town. This is all about her.
Family.
I'm sorry. Ah, yes. But perhaps it's better that you heard them from him.
Right away.
It's just a pity I cannot...
need have our coin, our stock enough.
So you are content to abandon... Please, I beseech you. If you are a true son of Northreach, you must fight to defend your home.
That's exactly what I am doing, milady. Or trying to, at least.
Even when our true enemy is hiding in the garrison? Fine. You're not the only able-bodied man in Northreach. Thank you so much for your...
She cornered you too, then?
Could hardly get a word in edgeways. Like father, like daughter, eh?
She made an uninvited appearance at the Vale earlier, hoping to convince the Dame to join her in fomenting rebellion.
I bet that went well. Her ladyship seems to have a way with people. Anyway, what brings you here?
Our mutual friend thought you might welcome some help.
Oh, she did. Right as always. We've had some reports, you see.
They're back.
Seems that way. We haven't been able to confirm anything yet, but if you're willing, you could go and see what's what.
Right. Where should I look?
You know Grieger's Weep? One of the sightings places them somewhere on its shores.
I'm on my way.
Thank you, Clive. I'll look into one of the other sightings. Let's rendezvous back here later.
Damn it. The reports were true. I need to stop them before they get to the town. Call that a test, Ultima?
Clive, it's me. Are you all right?
I am. But it seems the reports were true. The thralls have returned. I dispatched the few that I found, though.
Well, that's something, I suppose. But what were they doing south of town? They all came from the north last time. We might be able to fend off an attack from one side or the other, but from both?
Do you have eyes in the north?
Some. I should probably go and have a look, though, just to be sure. You head back to Northreach. I want you there just in case war breaks out while I'm away.
What do you mean?
Her ladyship's been busy working her magic on the townspeople, stirring up ill feeling towards her father. She'll have her marching on the barracks if we're not careful.
What? This is exactly what the Dame was... I'll do what I can to calm... Be careful out there, or...
Don't worry, I'm not like you. One snip...
Do you not see, Father? The people of Northreach have given enough, and only a fool would ask for more.
Listen to me, Sabine. Where would our people be without their country, hmm? The Empire is their sword and their shield. It is she that ensures they can live without fear. And now she teeters on the brink. Without their sword, how will the people fight? Without their shield, how will they protect their kin? Can the unarmed stand against the advancing hordes? No. But there is yet hope. A new shield, a new sword. A new empire. We can rebuild Sandbreck, just as Great Griga wills it.
Perhaps we could, Father. But we don't want to. Not if it is built on the broken backs of the people.
Please, let us not quarrel in the street. You must see that no good will come of this. Our fight is not with each other, but with the threat that draws ever closer to our gates. A threat that your sword has yet to rid us of, Your Eminence.
You will hold your tongue, whore! You may have filled my daughter's head with your heresy, but I will not be corrupted.
Corrupted? Your daughter's opinions are her own, as you would know if you had ever deigned to listen to her. At least I hope they are your opinions, and not posturing born of a family feud. Northreach deserves better than that.
Northreach deserves better than you, Carla. Yes, I know who you are. The slut of Twinside who bedded a Brandit.
Jealous, are you? That a woman might choose a bearer over a pious man of Griga.
Clive! I met a swarm of thralls coming south from Oriflamme. Hundreds of them. Too many to count.
No. Work on the fortifications has scarcely begun. We will retreat to Caer Norvent and there make our stand. Did you hear me? That was an order!
While this is but a heartfelt plea, let us make our stand here and protect our homes. Protect those that we love. Together, for Northreach!
You heard the dame. What are we waiting for? Pikemen to the gates. Archers to the roofs. Quickly, come on!
But she is but a common...
whore, yes. And we'd follow her to the gates of hell. The men have their orders, and they look like following them. I got them spaced out at regular intervals. Whichever direction the thralls strike from, there'll be someone there to meet them.
Thank you, Philippe. Rest assured the people will play their part. The herbalist has donated her stock of medicines to me. Should any of your men be injured, take them to the Vale. We'll see to them there.
Thank you, milady. I will.
I'll play my part too. You still want for numbers? I only hope I can go some way to evening the odds. Philippe, can I leave the south in your hands?
Of course. I'll lead a party down that way so we don't get taken by surprise. What about you?
I'll make my way up the road to Oriflamme. I've fought a few of these things. And while I can't promise to hold them all back, I should be able to thin the herd.
All right. But take care.
Thank you. Both of you.
You can thank us when it's over.
Till then, madame.
When the fighting begins...
I
want steel in the hands of every man.
There are so many of them.
Not for long.
Now, Torgal! You're finished! Odin!
Is it over?
No. It's only just begun. That looks to be the last of them. I wonder how the others fared. Better hurry back to town. Come on, Torgal.
Clive, it's good to see you.
And you. The road to Oriflamme is clear. How did you and your men fare?
Well, we ended up fighting for our lives down by the lake. Took a few nicks, but nothing the girls of the Vale can't put right.
Glad to hear it.
Well, it seems we've survived. For the time being, at least. I thank you both for answering the call.
You were right. And I was wrong. About everything. I had thought that the only way to unite the people was under the banner of Empire. That without a strong hand to guide them, they would drift apart. To be borne hither and yon by the eddying currents of fate. But you brought them together. Not by force, nor by the exercise of goddess-given authority, but by simply being one of them. by knowing what they feel, because you feel it yourself.
Our purpose was ever the same, Your Eminence. You were merely distracted by a loftier vision of empire and glory, while our eyes beheld matters closer to home.
You have the right of it again, as did you, Sabine. His radiance said it himself. Sanbreque is naught without her citizens. I forgot that, and I am sorry.
I'm sorry too, Pop. I should never only wanted you to understand how I felt.
Do not blame yourself. I should have listened to...
Your Eminence. But I believe the same could be said of us all. We all want safety, security, prosperity, and we may yet achieve it. Will you join us in this?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Eminence. Now that that is settled, I must go and see to the wounded. The Vale's doors are... and today there are more than ever before.
Madam Isabel, in these I see that it is not...
You're right. If only I'd...
Forgive me for saying so, Miller. The dame said it herself, and that goes for you, one of us.
Well said.
Well, I should see...
Can we get you anything?
Just a little further.
This the last one?
How goes the treatment of the wounded? I'll be happy to man one end of a stretcher if it would help. Don't mention it.
Oh, but I must. After all you've done for this town.
Tell me, if Northreach had fallen, what would you have done? But I sense you would rather have died here. For you, madame, I have all the time in the world.
I was Carla then. So sought after was I that it was only they, lass. Those half naive as I was, I fell in love with a bearer. He was my master's guard. The gentlest man I have ever known. After they discovered us together, he was whipped bloody and forbidden from ever looking at me again. And so we fled. Not that we had anywhere to flee to. We wandered, aimless and starving, half dreading, half praying that the next day would be our last, until we found ourselves here, in Northreach. It was the Vale that took us in, that fed us, clothed us, those that could be healed at least. My love was already too far gone.
He passed away.
He did. Not long after we arrived, but at least we were able to share a few moments of peace before the end. It was the greatest gift I have, but the generosity of this town and the men and women of the Vale supported me through my grief. Shared in it, though I was still a stranger to them. They treated me like a sister. And so I swore that I would always do the same. That I would return the kindness that Northreach showed me, that I would repay my debt to the Vale.
Thank you, Isabel, for sharing this with me.
Perhaps that is why I have such a soft spot for you. Never stop fighting, Clive. And I shan't either. I know that it will not. The people, all united in defense. And what have you? Can we count on your support?
Always.
faster!
Might this be Nickelberg?
These people aren't turned. And the village seems safe enough at least. What is going on here? Ah. Heed the call. No, to be honest, I wasn't sure I'd find him here.
Is that so?
What are you doing here?
It is my home. The others, they heeded the call.
You keep saying that.
They came here to perform the rite. Just as this village, where they shall cast their souls upon the gentle waters.
Give themselves.
Oh, Lord, let us free us.
They want to be saved. Forgive me. But did another foreigner, like me, come here?
You mean the traveler from Stone? Yes.
Thank you.
They seek the same salvation Barnabas did. At least the third chair still lives. Let's go and find him.
Excuse me.
I am. Lord Rosfield.
That's right, and you must be the third chair.
I am.
Cyril was worried for your safety.
Then I did not mean to trouble the bearer of the burning quill.
He said that you had failed to report.
I came here to study the followers of this new faith. You have seen them at their prayers. They devote themselves to the veneration of praying, not that they might be granted rest, but serve him. I, too, swore to devote my life to this. And so I would see these people safe, that they might do their duty to their Lord.
You do understand what their dream is, don't you?
I do, my lord. They would cast aside their wills, and I know that it may be hard to believe, but to these people, that is the... Forgive me, my lord. But I must remain here. Did you hear that, my lord?
I'll go and find out what... An ether flood. Oh no. There must be something I can... Echoes as well. Found her.
Ready, brother?
Ready. What now? We meet again. I've killed your kind before. Damn it! Don't you die. Come on, speak to me.
I had to save them, that they might have a chance to find true salvation by devoting themselves to the service of their Lord, just as I did when the Undying plucked me from the gutter and gave me a cause to believe in, a duty to serve was everything to me, and I would not deny them that fulfillment, even if they must become a Kashik in order to achieve it. Forgive me, my Lord Marquis. I did not mean to trouble you with this. My findings. Could you deliver them to Master Cyril for me?
Of course. Your duty will be done.
Look, my lord. They are saved.
They are saved. Founder. I should get this report to Cyril.
My Lord Marquis, I am glad to see...
I met with your third chair, Cyril.
Thank you, He remained...
He died protecting the villagers. I buried him in Mickelberg.
If you could not save him...
The villagers, they prayed to their god that they might... Then Anitha, your brother, even...
For the right to choose how one died... A noble. It matters not only that we live for...
But he didn't... I'd like to know this man's name, Cyril. To know the names of all the Undying who... They died serving my house. That is my...
Of course, my lord. The greatest honor of my life, though, and were they here...
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia. I can walk from here. This must be the orphanage. Hopefully the registry is still here. Conditioning. This is nothing short of torture. Disposed of. Herman wasn't exaggerating. It's a wonder he survived this place. I need to... This reads like a suicide note. Did the director go through with his plan? There's only one way to find out. Forked white tree. This must be the place. Could he really be buried here? There's something hidden among the roots. This must be the registry. So many names. This place was a slaughterhouse. Where is the architect of all this misery? It was only a matter of time, I suppose. This place is cursed.
Kill!
I'm done here. Let's get the registry back to Herman. Ready, go? run like the wind. Doris is waiting for me near Balmung Dock. The longer she's out in the open, the more likely she is to be found by a Kashik. I need to hurry. Thanks, Gal. Time to fight. Nice try. There were no guards, I take it.
None manning the gates. No, it's a different story inside, though. The corridors are crawling with Akashic. If Chadwick was being held here...
Don't give up hope just yet. Let me check the ground floor.
Then I'll search the upper level.
Just how bad are the floods inside the walls? Bad enough to turn a bearer. I hope... Locked up tight. So this place was no order, and I doubt they'll have taken the creature with them when they fled. Minimal loss of Waluda lives. And what happens when they run out of bear? Even the Imperials take better care of their brand. They were feeding bearers to it. Nothing but Akashic down here. Hopefully things are looking better upstairs. I should go and see how Doris is getting on. No lock downstairs. But I did find out that this place was more than just a
I know. I've been reading some of these documents. Bearers die every day in service of their master. Pitting bearers against a wild beast, armed with nothing but their wits? And all in all, and not just those who could fight, but the elder and those who wouldn't, or couldn't, were...
I'm afraid it means they were fed to the monstrosity they kept here.
Then we're too late.
Don't say that.
A key. But it doesn't fit any of the locks on this floor.
Perhaps it will fit one of the doors downstairs. Finish up here.
All right.
Let's see what we can find down here. A survivor. And she sounds close. There's no need to be afraid. Are you alone? Are there any other survivors?
Some of the guards, they're still here. But something's wrong with them. Everyone else was eaten by the monster.
Of course there were.
Thank the Founder.
It was worth our coming. But I'd rather we didn't linger.
Ready when you are. You poor thing. He must have been terrified.
Did Chadwick send you?
What?
He fought the monster. Distracted it so I could run away. He must have sent you. He promised to free the others. Where is he? He opened your cell, didn't he?
Chadwick.
Was that?
Monster's back! Chadwick, help!
We have to get out of here.
Doris, keep the girl safe.
All right. You put that bearer-eating bastard in the ground.
It's out there waiting for me. I can't let it live. Not if it's got a taste for bearers. I can't let that happen.
Vogel, kill!
yours, Thorgal! Thorgal, kill! Down, Thorgal! Slow.
Finally.
Sid, are you hurt?
I'm fine. What is it?
A diary. I gave it to Chadwick before we went our separate ways. He was here. Do you think...
I'm sure he fought bravely to the last.
Chadwick...
Come on. We have to get her back to the hideaway. We don't want his sacrifice to have been in vain.
No. I'll see that she's looked after from now on.
From what I hear, you've barely left the girl's side in days.
She is. Slowly but surely. She's far tougher than she looked. I thank the flames we found her.
I know. I'm sorry we weren't able to save Chadwick.
There's no need to apologize. Without your help, I would never... How he fought to the bitter end to save her. That's the man I remember. The man I thought of as a brother.
I wish I could have met him. I'd like to hear more about your past.
Of course, you already met my former master. We were supposed to be sold for years, so we escaped. After so many years of...
But even in kept, and he died, not...
Hyde Maria's and the curse... I'll fight until my death.
Thank you, Doc.
All right, Sid. Come to buy us around, have you?
Only if you weren't. Mid needs a...
Most if it's...
but... Okay.
Twinside's hundreds of leagues away.
You should have seen him. The thing didn't...
Welcome back.
Welcome.
Yeah. Truth be told, it was me, but from what...
No. Amber lost his nerve in the fact that he didn't...
In the fact...
Wait, and after...
But a scout's nose is different, and my sniffing up wouldn't do to...
Fine. One more
I'll do. I'll spend my days... I'll show you.
Daft as a brush, though. Just like... And that could just...
Forgive me, Sid.
But that's why we need men like Ember more than ever. Remember that.
I will...
Uncle, the Field Marshal has... Rutherford is accompanying him back to your... They will await your return there.
One other?
Lord Havel was concerned. He asked it.
One.
Master Quint...
Another. Just the thing we need. Good thinking, Clive.
I'm glad you...
The more that...
Uncle, assuming Havel and Quint, you still haven't mentioned how we might...
Oh, the set they have all... Oh, of course, but luckily...
From who?
Why, you, my boy. Rumour has it that you rescued the Lady Ariane's head steward, Rockford, from...
It was more of a...
Well, she had a shipload of talents, and when the other houses saw the parsimonious old crones... Now, join us there at your earliest...
Of course.
And how?
You...
Well,
My...
to rub...
I can't... You up...
what we want to do if... But... Now... Well, my...
That it is.
This is the role you will... We shall play our parts to the realm needs. I, want you...
I will.
What do you think that thing is?
It's a damn distraction, is what
And how the hell is Sid gonna deal with it?
First the skies, then the crystal.
Yep. So, what'll it be? And?
Say what you will, Lady Karen has seen our...
Pining for something, boy. What is it? What do you see out there? I never did ask where you got that anklet of yours.
From Sid, that's why. On the day he brought him home.
That long ago?
And you're only thinking to ask this now? Sid saw that the pup had a habit of gnawing on his leg. Clapped that there iron on him to keep him from doing it.
What was wrong, boy?
I'll take like as not. Must have been hard on the poor whelp losing his loving masters at such doubly hard in being a frost wolf. Torn away from his icons and all. Sid would always tell him, you want that iron gone? You find what it is you're looking for. I reckon what he were looking for.
I'm sorry, Top. Sorry for making you wait so long. Let's get that thing off you.
Doesn't sound like he wants it off.
Indeed. You miss Sid as much as the rest of us, don't you? You want me to go with you somewhere?
Quick, aren't you? Glad you've been paying attention.
Not nearly as much as you have.
Aye, good thing and all.
Your kindness is appreciated.
Only because you...
Where to, then? All right, Torgal. Where are you taking? I'm going to need a little bit more than that, boy. Do you have a better hint for me? Unless... you've already given me one. Why don't we try the rookery? I haven't been to the island in... To Port Isolde, then. Fingers crossed the old mooring is still there. Vivian, and a...
Thank
please,
you.
if you...
But there's something about it.
If Joshua's worried about Jill, I should go and speak with him.
You alright?
Something troubling you. I'm back. Yeah. Is it or no?
I think that.
I think you.
Clive, my boy. What a pleasure it is to see you.
Hippocrates.
One, right. Clive, the coveters of a clandestine organization. One such text being the tome Vivian's, a tale which could, or...
How is it that I...
Why they...
Which would explain...
By the hand of...
But what drop...
So you may...
What was...
Not... Rumours of the... But rather less... Well, but if...
Very well... Joshua, I read your message. You're right. I don't think I'd realized how different, but since we returned from Drake's spine, I felt it more and more.
I suppose it's not hard to imagine why.
She doesn't think she belongs anymore.
And that's why we need to remind her she is still one of us. To let her know that we still need her, now more than ever. That you still need her. But how to do that? When last we were truly close, we were but children.
Of course. Do you remember the time we accompanied Father on his annual, and Jill and I broke from the procession to ride up Mans?
To see the snow daisies. It was the first time Father had allowed us to join him. And when he realized you were missing, he had the entire retinue
in the rain. A thunderstorm forced us to take refuge. It was the Lord Commander who finally found us, and
Then it seems you and Jill have unfinished business.
Man's Hill.
Oh, true. Though I suspect it is also much changed. Little in southern Rosaria remains as it was when we were children.
You're saying I should go and scout the area for bandits?
I'm saying we should first go and see if there are actually still any snow daisies left.
It's still here. A lot smaller than I remember, and you're a lot bigger. You might have to swim, boy. I wasn't being serious.
You two go on without me. I doubt that boat will hold a third.
If you're sure, we won't be long. Hop in, boy. This place hasn't changed at all. The rookery's right through those trees. Come on. Race you there? I bet I could still beat you. Here we are. This was our hideaway. Wasn't it, Torgal? Coming here helped me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince, shield. Son his mother could love. Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy? This is all from the castle. And Phoenix Gate. Did you bring these here? My sparring sword. Well, well. You never stopped looking for me, did you, boy? Thank you, Torgal. For never giving up. For never forgetting. Let's take this with us, shall we? So I don't forget either. That's not the way back to the boat, Torgal. All right. I think I know where we're going. People always talk about the importance of putting the past behind you. But without it, we wouldn't be who we are today. And we certainly couldn't steer our way to a better tomorrow. Come on, Torgal. Let's go home. Sorry for the wait. We're ready. This is the place, but...
I'm sorry, Clive.
There's nowhere been spared.
We keep looking. Man's Hill cannot be the only place where snow daisies...
Perhaps, but it's the only place I know of.
Then why not ask someone who might know of an...
Someone in the backyard. It's oil. After what happened here, it's a miracle there was any left at all. You were right, boy. This should be enough. Let's hope one of the merchants here has what Gav needs.
Oh, near.
Just because the heavens have gone to rack and ruin it, don't you?
I'll do. No work.
Doesn't still hurt, does it?
Can I help?
You would, was it? A silver chocobo sighted in the hills near Rhiannon's Ride. It sounds almost too good to be true, but since I'm already here.
Run like the wind.
Tracks. They're not left by bandits for a change. More tracks. The chocobo was here. And recently. Perhaps it still is. I don't hear anything. Well, I'll be damned. It's all right. I'm not going to hurt you. Just borrowing a feather for my friend. Thank you. Let's get this back to Gav before they change their minds. Here we are again. Carava. If you were a tortoise, Torgal, where would you hide? Looks like we found him. I better get these materials to Mid so she can finish her prototype. I needed that. Another of the Royalist's guard dogs. Quite a specimen it is, too.
All yours, Torgal!
Muhammad! Too slow. I needed that. Nice try.
That's better.
No.
Brother, no!
yours, Torgal.
You're finished.
No match for you, eh, Torgal? That's better. The entire village looks abandoned. Now, which house would a bookworm live in? His interests were certainly varied. This is it. But if what it says is true, I need to get this back to the hideaway.
Leaving so soon, stranger? We've been watching you. From a distance, so to speak.
Subtle. I know who you are.
Then we need not waste time on introductions. Hand me the book. Leave it in our care and return to your life.
Your care? Do you mean to burn it? Or bury it?
That is not my decision, but by one means or another.
Then I'll have to politely refuse. I won't let you erase our history.
Then we find ourselves at an impasse. Very well. The book can just as easily be pried from your dead hand.
Let's see, shall we?
All yours, Torgal. Torgal, kill!
Impressive, but we have other means. We shall claim the book yet.
Why do you want it so badly anyway?
It lays out in no uncertain terms the vanity and avarice. It tells the shameful history of the... Would you say that this interpretation was correct?
I don't know.
You don't? Your sword may be sharp, but your wits, so let me answer for... There is no correct interpretation of that a series of events took place may be proved beyond a doubt. It is a question of if enough people believe that a set of events occur.
So you're trying to control...
We are trying to protect people from knowledge, that is all. You may keep the book. The world is small until then.
Wait. Damn it. Let's get this back to Vivian. Let's hope one of the gardeners knows where to find snow daisies.
It was no trouble.
Clay, how'd you get
any...
crystals? Where in there?
It's a long...
Right there on the...
Everything empty.
Don't have any... And
But it also...
What do you think? I think if you ever hang up your scouting cap, you'll be able to make... Oh, will I? I should go and see if Ed is awake.
First the skies, then the crystal.
Trouble with your gear, or... something falling, do you? And?
Say what you will. Oh, Lady Karen has seen ourselves happen. This should...
Oh.
I need your advice. Joshua and I are looking for a place where snow daisies...
Snow daisies. Then you'll want somewhere not too hot and not too cold. I reckon Man's Hill would be a good place to... Both have similar climbs and the right elevation.
Right.
Did you learn where we...
The gardener here mentioned the Royal Meadows in Sambrak.
Ah, the fields beyond Northreach. Well, if that's the case, I recalled that she kept a record of our travels, you see. So I asked her if she'd perhaps noted anywhere that snow daisies grew.
Whose shores border the meadows.
I hear that you traveled to... Did you by any chance...
I did.
If the bear... The director was a brute.
The registry was all I found. There was no sign of a body. or any record of what happened to the children.
I pray that at all their name, my friend, I can choose. No,
See,
I'm all
neither.
the.
Mid?
Aw, you make it sound like I asked you to save the world or something.
Tell me.
It's most of what I need. After you left, I went over the figures again, and a cogwheel. Just a tiny one. Gear's that small are a bastard to make, and I may...
Wait, the children. When they... Now that I think about it, they didn't use it.
The young'uns? I'll keep working on the model. You go and find that cog.
Has Midadol mentioned a new project yet?
Sid!
She wasn't hiding. She's just busy working...
A new invention? Is it an egg?
Do you think she'll let us...
just a brass gear.
Oh!
We saved it. Just...
Since your lesson, we've been disassembling, then all the people...
That's...
Look! I found it! Is that all? Just...
That's all for now.
Thank...
Well?
They did. And they kept it somewhere nice and safe. Will it work?
Will it work? It's perfect! You're a genius, Clive.
What exactly are you going to use it for?
Only the most important job of all. The wings aren't going to move on their own. But with the right cog in the right place... Well, you just wait and see. That should do it. Here goes nothing. Titan's tits.
It wasn't supposed to fly, was it?
Of course it was supposed to fly. Wouldn't be much of an airship if it didn't. Honestly, these bloody engines are driving me mad. I was so sure this would be the day she soared. The Mithril engine was made to make dreams come true. But maybe this is one dream the world's better off without. Show folk how to take flight, and it won't be long till they're raining death down on each other. People will lose their homes, children, their mums and their dads. Like I lost mine.
I'm sorry.
So am I, Clive. So am I. Sorry that I have to choose. Do I follow my head, or do I follow my heart?
Good question. The first time I stood on the deck of your ship, felt the wind in my hair. It was like I was flying. But imagine how it would feel to actually do it.
My dad always said there were two ways of living life. Chasing a dream or shuffling to your grave. And you were right. Right about a lot of things. Not that I like to admit it. People need dreams to chase. Especially in a world like this. Right. When this is over, I'm gonna take all my mithril engines to Zemeckis and sling them over the edge. I won't have my dream end up turning into someone else's nightmare.
But all that hard work...
All that hard work will not be used for war, Jamie. But it isn't like it'll be gone. Tell me, Clive, have you ever been on a treasure hunt?
Not since Joshua and I were boys. Why do you ask?
Because I'm going to bury the engine schematics and leave behind a little riddle telling people where to find them. A really hard one, so that only the most dedicated dreamers will ever be able to work it out. Ooh, I can picture it now. Some daft general squinting at the words with a gormless expression on his mug. Like that one, yeah.
Right.
Of course, it won't be much of a prize if it couldn't even make a toy boat fly. But it ain't the size of a dream that's important, is it? And I reckon I've got a fair few good uns left.
I'm sure you...
Has Midadol mentioned a new project yet?
Is there aught I might assist you with? May the Firebird's flame burn ever in your heart.
Ah.
How are you feeling?
Well.
Wrong? No.
Go on. Did you make it?
We did. Aye. It's from all of us here at the Hide. It's a good luck charm. We may come up north when I mean a baby, to let him know that the...
I don't know what... I thank you, my lords.
If there's anything you need, just let us know.
I will.
Clap, fancy a swift off.
I could be convinced. Don't you think you've had enough?
No, we're celebrating. I'm gonna be a father.
I think Edda might have something to say about that.
You know what I mean. Bit of light in these dark times. Wasn't long after me 10th name day. My mum told us she was with child again. I was over the fucking moon. I was looking forward to having a little one to lord it over. What with me being the runt of the litter. Thought I'd finally have a chance to prove to the world. I may have had one too many. I said I'm gonna get it.
What it?
Thanks.
I know.
help you today, Clive? Come to claim your just desserts? You earned this. Best of luck out there, Sid.
Vivian, I found it. The book you lost.
Even though I asked this of you, I feared the executors had seized every...
I met with one of them, and I convinced him to let... He told me something. The truth is just a matter, and then if it...
But it provided... Again by she and... on her. But the more... So if you... Remember, give...
Oh.
There's something about it.
Aye, it's a dangerous world. You'll not find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know. Maybe next time, eh?
First the skies, then the crystal. What next? The advent of great grief.
It's usually me making demands of Hippocrates.